Okay, welcome to Talkingbowls Radio, sponsored by Thurston, with your hosts Mel Evans and Lynn Pritchett. Making up our team, of course, is the main man, our producer Paul Hickman. We've had a few technical problems tonight. We've lost the microphone, so we're a bit of a Blue Peter job here. We've got sticky back tape and toilet rolls and everything to try and get the sound going, but hopefully we'll get through the programme okay. Joining us tonight in the studio is a gentleman who for over 30 years has been one of the sport's most popular and well-known journalists. Regular columnist for Bowler's World for many years, and he's always got some very strong and honest opinions on the sport. I'm delighted to welcome to the show Mike Wakeland. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Mel.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
You were going to go and see Dudley Ladies today, but you couldn't get there in the end, but I think you got the results.
Yeah, due to personal problems, Mel, I was not able to attend, but I understand, unfortunately, Dudley played Cumbria today, of course, the home venue at Langley, and whilst they won at home by 37 with 9 winners, Jenny Geary winning 21-7. They only had 2 winners away. They lost away by 54, a loss in total of 17. So a disappointing day, really. I do understand at Langley the weather played some part. They had the first 5 winners and then it went downhill from there.
It's partly because Dudley started well, didn't they? Had a good win in the first game.
Oh, they did. Yes, they did. That's true. But I think, they played their first game on Craig Lives. They had a good win there. But nevertheless, I think Cumbria's found them out, and it's a long way to go for a loss, of course.
Thanks for that, Mike. While we're on about the ladies, I think you've got some news, Lynn, on your friend Anne Roberts today.
Yes, I have. Anne Roberts has actually played in the ladies' county match today. North Langston Fylde, I believe, has played the Wirral, and Anne has actually received her 100th cap today, defeating the niece of the great Pat Davies, 21-8, Debbie Spark, and was presented obviously with her presentation on the green, and it actually coincides with her announcing her retirement from bowls, which is a very, very sad for the ladies' game, really. Anne's been a good competitive player over many years, and a very good friend of mine, and I for one will miss her. Certainly coming to Chadmore to play in our ladies' competition, but would like to wish her every success on behalf of Talkingbowls Radio and myself personally with her future endeavours and what she decides to do whilst not on the bowling green. So very sad day really for the game of bowls in general, losing somebody like Anne.
Yeah, it is. Just echo those remarks, and hopefully we'll see her back on the green one day in the future. Later in the show we're going to be joined by one of the sport's all-time greats, Arthur Murray, and also Greater Manchester star Jimmy Darby. Just like to point out, listeners, if anyone wants to put a comment up on the screen or any questions, Lynn will do her best to deal with them. Now, 2 years ago, in the Midlands, the Summit Premier League was formed, aimed at trying to improve the standard of bowls in the area. Well, I'm pleased to say, during the winter, a group of people got together in South Yorkshire to create a similar league in that part of the country. The man behind it all is Mel Hobson, who joins Lynn now on the telephone.
Good evening, Mel.
Good evening, mate.
How are you?
I'm alright, what are you?
Good, yes, I'm fine, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
Good. So, Mel, I mean, all the hard work and planning has paid off with your new league kicking off on the 11th of April, I understand.
Yes, it did. And it's going pretty well as well.
Very good. What's the league called, Mel?
It's called Sheffield and District Super League.
Right, very good. And
how many? There's a slight difference in the book in Sheffield. It says Premier League, but the correct title is Super League.
Oh right, okay, yeah. And how many teams have you started off the new league with?
Right, we've got 12 teams. My actual initial aim was from 8 from outside Sheffield and 4 from in Sheffield.
Yeah.
But we ended up with 7 and 5.
Right, okay.
With 2 actually from North Derbyshire.
Yeah.
That's New Mills and Old Whittington from Chesterfield.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 from Doncaster, Armthorpe, Welfare and Woodlands Park. 1 from Rotherham, which is Durham Sports. We've got a team of ladies that play from Barnsley, which are mainly our county players.
Yeah.
And then with 5 teams from Sheffield.
Mm-hmm.
New Houses Park, most people will have heard of.
Yeah.
Hillsborough Park, Crooksmore Park, Bradfield and Middlesbrough Bowling Club. That's my own club.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So they come from sort of quite way around the county then, don't they?
Oh yeah, there's a bit of travelling involved.
Yeah.
That was one of the stumbling blocks when we first started putting the proposal forward, but the teams involved don't mind doing the travelling.
No, that's good, yeah. So what's the formation, Mel? How many players in a team?
There's 10 players per team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of things we've changed from our Sheffield rules. One, we've said that there's no away team practice on the day of the match.
Yeah.
We've altered the point system a little bit. There's a point per game, and on the aggregate points, the away team, if you win the away team aggregate, you score 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
If you win the home team aggregate, you get 2. If it's divided, it's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So it's altered the points a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apart from that, it's that's pretty much all the same then. It's played on Saturday.
Yeah.
Normally afternoon, but there's some 5 o'clock start.
Right, okay.
Only other thing that's creating a small problem is that county cups take preference.
Right.
So we have a bit of rearranging to do.
Oh, right, okay. I was going to ask, did you have to sort of drop out of another league to accommodate this new league, or have you found a day that...
Yes, all the teams that entered, except for the ladies, which is a brand new team, all the teams that entered have had to leave other leagues.
Right, okay.
But I spoke to all the executives prior to actually starting the league. Last year I went around all the executives and explained what the aim was, and it wasn't to sort of disrupt theirs, but just to take a couple of teams and build a better league.
Yeah.
And hopefully bring everybody's bowling on.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the idea.
Yeah, excellent.
With a knock-on effect that the county sides might get a little bit better as well.
Well, that's right, yeah. I mean, you you spoke to Mel and myself a year or so ago, didn't you, with sort of
yes, we did.
some advice, sort of with us having been involved in the formation of our league.
I'll tell you some of the things you said did help a lot.
Yeah. What would you say the hardest thing that you've had to overcome, Mel, to get it off the ground?
I might upset somebody here. People that will never be ever concerned in this Super League for some reason were against it.
Yeah.
The lowest. I'm trying not to offend anybody here.
Yeah.
The teams that aren't in the A League.
Right.
For some reason, thought I was after doing something against them, and I'm not really. All their leagues still continue the same. It's never going to affect them. I mean, one or two said it's too far to travel, and the one or two that said it was too far to travel are never going to be in it, unfortunately.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's a case of, in a lot of cases, bowlers don't run bowling.
No, that's right. Yeah.
And especially the top bowlers, they're not easy to put the time forward.
No.
Because they're bowling.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's designed around the bowlers, and it's hopefully going to be. I mean, so far every decision we've made has been made by the people who are going to play in the teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've got one or two people that's helping me off the Sheffield Parks Committee, and they've been great, and they're actually running the league for me.
Yeah.
And it's working. It seems quite well. I would like to just squeeze a thank you in though, if you don't mind.
No, of course.
To Don and Beryl Cook, who gave me initial sponsorship, which gave me something to build upon.
Yeah.
And bowlers in South Yorkshire is all a lot to Don and Beryl. They really offered that a lot.
I think probably I'd like to correct you there, Mel, and say Crown Green Bowls across the land has got a lot to thank Beryl and Don Cook for, right. Because they're such a tremendous couple that give an awful lot of money into the game.
They do.
And ask for very little in return, and they're just a marvellous.
Well, what I've come across, that's for nothing in return.
No, exactly. Yeah,
just to come and watch a good game of bowls.
That's right. Yeah, just a marvellous couple. So that was going to be my next question, actually. Who you got a sponsor by? Well, so that's tremendous.
The way we've done it is we've got the £500 sponsorship for the first year, but also what I've also done is each player pays £1 a week when they play.
Yeah.
But only when they play. The reserves don't pay.
Yeah.
And what we do with that, to give the lower side somewhat of a chance of getting something back.
Yeah.
There's a lucky draw each week, which I do.
Yeah.
And we pay out £30, £20 and £10.
Yeah.
And the way we do it is we draw one ball out of a bag, which gives us a number, and then we draw 3 club names. So the people that played in that position that week win that money.
Right.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
So, and then half of the money is left over, which leaves, with the 500, leaves us 1,820. And we're paying out the top 8 in the league, and then we're also paying the top 5 in the individual averages.
Right.
So the 8th team actually draws back £90.
Yeah.
So we're trying to spread it about a bit and give everybody a shout.
Yeah, good. Yeah.